moving forward with our Stonewall defense, we've come to understand, and again, the terminology, I cannot tell you how important that is. There are 5 S's that every wrestler needs to know. There's 5 S's of defense, okay? They are sprawl, stuff, square, spin, and score, okay? This is something that I urge you to write down, coaches, parents, wrestlers, and paste on your wall, okay? Put them up there, and if you need a sample, let me know. I'll zing one up on the website. That's the beauty of it. But all I'm talking is the 5 S's of defense, okay? Sprawl, stuff, square, spin, and score. You then can refer to that sign and tell your kids, hey, Elijah, you need to do a better job of number 3 over there, okay? Maybe he's not squaring. And then again, throughout your team, you create this terminology, okay, that's uniformed. And that will speed up the entire process, okay? And maybe you're starting to figure this out. That's what we're all about, is being effective and as efficient as possible. So we want to optimize your time in the wrestling room, optimize every movement and drill that you actually do, okay? And that's why this is all boiled down to, it doesn't get any more dense than this. This is the seed of it all, okay? So, the sprawl. In sprawling, in wrestling, if you want to be a high-level wrestler, you cannot sprawl like a regular wrestler, all right? A normal sprawl will do you no good whatsoever. You have to do what's called circle sprawl, all right? And let me show you what I'm talking about here. When I'm wrestling Elijah, okay, if he takes an attack on me, a sweep single right here, and I sprawl like every coach, and I throw my legs back and do all that stuff, and I'm right here, and I get my leg back, and even if I'm stonewalling, okay, I've made a critical error, all right? And once you clean up this small error, you will go onward and upward at breakneck speed. You really will, because you don't have to mess around with the guy hanging in on your leg all day, okay? You're going to eliminate that totally with the circle sprawl, okay? And it's a very natural move if you think about it, and it just comes right into play. As Elijah shoots this outside sweep single, I do not want to throw my legs straight back. I want to circle them. Obviously, if he's shooting this way, I want my legs to move away from the shot. So sprawl your legs away from the shot in a circle fashion. Now this will take some repetition, because you got to get your kids used to it. But if you do that, you will see a transformed wrestler. My belief is if you put in these tactics that we're going to show you in this series and the forthcoming series, you will have a team of defensive wrestlers wrestling like Division I All-Americans in a matter of days. Okay, that's how potent and powerful this stuff really is. And as you can tell, it's very simple and subtle at the same time. So here I am wrestling Elijah. Now as he comes in and he sweeps that leg, here's your circle sprawl over this way here. Okay? All right? I want to circle sprawl away from, and of course then I'm stonewalling with my toes down, and I'm putting all my weight on my opponent like that. But circle sprawl doesn't take any more effort than a regular sprawl. That's the beauty of it. Okay? It's just a better, you get much more bang for your buck. For your action here, instead of sprawling, now you've got to defend and fight and whizzer and do all this jazz. Whereas if you just back up and use your head for a minute, now you circle sprawl away, you can defend anybody. Okay? It makes you a much quicker wrestler. You're not any faster, but it'll make you look quicker. Guys will have a much more difficulty reaching your leg. Now, Joel, go ahead and shoot a sweep single on Elijah. What? Right there. You see that action, that rotation? Come on back up, guys. You have to drill it into your wrestlers. That comes through repetition. Now, I'm not running a whole practice here. If I were, we would all be spread out and we would do this over and over, and I'd be making sure that these guys are doing exactly right, because practice doesn't make perfect. Perfect practice makes perfect, okay? So we get some repetitions in. Here, Joel, all right, he takes another sweep single. Elijah circle sprawling right there, and he's immediately into a stone wall, hips down on his toes, knees. There's nothing touching there, right there, okay? That's a circle sprawl. Come on back up. Watch Joel's. It might vary a little bit, but it's the same concept. Here comes Elijah's sweep single. Joel is going to circle sprawl away from the leg. Now he barely got a piece of that leg. If you don't circle sprawl, he's going to have your leg probably locked up, and that's a problem, as you already know. So we're going to just tweak a little bit and get a lot more for your money. Okay? Now we're already square. We've done half of our homework, all right, without exerting any more energy or effort. That's the beauty of it. Okay? Come on back up. So now what you want to do is teach your guys how to defend a high crotch, because that's one of the most popular moves they're going to come across. Okay? Joel is going to shoot a high crotch. Now, you got to tell your guys to shoot to sprawl away from the shot. If Joel's head's on this side, now Elijah's going to sprawl his legs that way in a circle sprawl. And again, you all know wrestling is all about angles, okay? Where we end up after this shot, if we froze it right after all the motion stopped, we could tell who's going to get this takedown, okay, if we froze it, just by reading the angle, okay? So Joel's going to go ahead and shoot a high C. Watch how Elijah circle sprawls and stone right there. He's got the stone wall and he's got the angle, okay? Hopefully you can see that. He's got an angle, he's pushing here. All of Joel's work, everything's that way, but he doesn't want to go that way. He wants to be turning those hips. See, this is a very effective and efficient sprawl, all right? And if you get that down into your kids, they'll go, they'll just increase like you can't hardly believe it, okay? Come on back up. Of course, we would do that over and over and over, working on that circle sprawl so they can do it in their sleep, because everybody knows repetition is the mother of skill, okay? So now, go ahead and shoot another one just to give you people an idea. Here's his high crotch, and boom, circle sprawl right there. He's already stuffing, and he's stonewalling. He's stonewalling big time right there. Joel is not going to score. I can't guarantee yet that Elijah is going to score, but he has got a much better chance. Joel is never going to score from here, okay? Do you see that? Okay, we're going to play the odds here. Elijah's got a pretty good chance of scoring here, and then we'll continue moving forward with this. But as you can see, that's where you want to wrestle. Okay, come on back up. Okay. All right, so that's going to conclude this portion of the show. That's the circle sprawl, okay? And we're going to come back and move that forward with the next segment here shortly. Thank you.